Brock, this is Amber Parker with my online authentication video regarding the final project. For verification purposes, this is my identification with my name and a picture just kind of noting that I am who I say I am. So moving forward with this project, the overall objective here is that the company that I am overseeing or that I'm a part of or that I'm writing this report about, and I've named it here just to kind of give it life and to give it some kind of assigned connectivity. I named this company Enterprise Skyscraper Enterprise Incorporated, or SCI. Kind of long, but again, I wanted to personalize it a little bit. They've been using this antiquated ERP system for quite some time, and it was causing a lot of problems. And so ultimately, the entire purpose of this project that I'll kind of unleash and talk about through the next 5 to 10 minutes is a way to kind of assess and eventually overhaul that process for an entirely new system. So the issues that we're having here are that this company SCI has branches both in the United States and in an overseas country. Hong Kong is the one that I picked for the purposes of this project. So the system wasn't allowing the two branches to communicate, and it was causing a lot of problems. The company was having issues with processing customer orders, getting any kind of real-time updates on inventory levels. Data management wasn't necessarily convenient or efficient. And so, with causing so many problems, we needed to do something a little bit differently. So the entire process of this really talks about the purposes of this project and the different phases. So this particular project is going to follow the information technology project cycle, and that we're going to start off with phase 4, initialization and conceptualization of essentially figuring out what this project is, what's the likelihood that we will be successful, and then eventually the design phase, where we create the process itself, create the system that we plan to implement, and then generally some kind of testing phase that falls directly after, before this project can even be open to at a larger scale. It needs to be tested in-house. And so that's what the purpose of that section is. We'll go into all these in a little bit more detail later on. And finally, the implementation phase. For the purposes of this project, we are going to limit ourselves to the implementation phase being the final one that we'll address here. Generally speaking, and with most projects, there are some additional steps that we would have to encounter and assume. At the end of this implementation phase, there is typically a time when all the people involved in the project would essentially sit down and assess the successes or failures. Now, of course,